Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into this show today. Now, today's episode, we're back with a pair of Capital One Venture X cards, the personal and the business card that has 100,000 or 400,000 miles, depending on how much spend you have coming up in the next few months. So in typical fashion, we'll take a look at these offers, terms and conditions, requirements, eligibility, and of course the cards themselves, everything you need to know to make Capital One's money become your money. So of course, if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, as always, there will be links down below for you. Both of them are affiliate links. They are my affiliate links. Actually, I think the only affiliate links I have left is Capital One. However, for whatever reason, if you prefer, these are also the same as the public offer, though if you use those links down below, I do appreciate it. We will cover both of them. So getting to work here, we will start taking a look at the personal one first. And here you have it. Happy person, I don't know, their backs to us. They seem to be walking out to solitude. I assume they're happy, but we can't tell, so we're not going to count it. But it is better than the business offers you'll see, because at least we have a person and a nice backdrop. So we can stick right here, though, because as you see, if we go down a little bit, we have 100,000 miles. Again, these are travel cards, so they can be paid out in miles. So limited time offer, earn 100,000 bonus miles, which is equal to $1,000 total rewards if you were to cash out at 1 cent a point. Once you spend $10,000 on purchases within the first 6 months of opening the card. So again, that is the personal card. Now, the business one, as we said, not a happy person in sight. But that's fine, I guess, because we still have a big offer to take a look at. This is, again, the Venture X business. As you can see, they did cross out that 150K and put 400K. So earn 400,000 bonus miles with 200,000 miles. So I messed that up. Earn 400,000 bonus miles. It's broken down into 200,000 miles once you spend 30,000 in the first 3 months, and an additional 200,000 miles once you spend 150K in 6 months. So it's probably going to be 200,000 miles, but it could technically be up to 400. Really depends on how much money you have to go around. So there you go. Those are your offers overall. Not too bad. I would imagine the personal one's probably going to be of more interest to folks. However, if you've already done the personal one, then you know the business one obviously is right there, and not too bad. We'll do eligibility, fees, and closure. We'll take a look at the card, then we'll do some thoughts. So here we go. Eligibility, fees, and closure. So again, these are credit cards. They are nationwide. Now, this is from the personal one. Existing or previous card members are not eligible for this product if they have received a new card member bonus for this product in the past 48 months, so like 4 years. However, on the business one, they wrote this: the bonus may not be available for existing or previous Capital One business card holders. So one, the personal looks like they were saying, yeah, you can churn it. The business one saying is looking at it saying, hey, it's once per lifetime. Of course, they use the word may not, but just be aware of that depending on whichever one you're going for. Now, the personal and the business cards both have $395 annual fees. They will be charged to you within your first billing cycle. It is not avoidable. And because credit card rules apply here, you do want to keep the cards open for 1 year. And as overall, not too bad. I mean, $400 annual fee is a bit much, but funny enough, in the world of flagships, if you watch the main channel, RJ Financial, you know it's actually not that bad, which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing to say. So let's take a look at the cards themselves to see what you get for your $400. Now, they're mainly copies of one another, just one business focused, one personal focused. So again, Venture X here, $395 annual fee, 10 back on hotels, rental cars booked via Capital One Travel, 5 back on flights booked via Capital One Travel, and 2 back on all purchases. You get the $300 travel credit. It works the same way as the old Sapphire Reserve one did, but I think the Sapphire still has that one. So basically, it just works on it. It's easy to use is the point. 10,000 bonus miles each anniversary year. So you can see between those two right there, you're at $400 if you want to do 1 cent a point. And that's why folks like this card, because you come out, $5 ahead fairly easily. You do get global entry or TSA Priority Pass, Capital One lounges, Hertz President's Circle, primary CDW, which could be big as this is a Visa Infinite. There's some cell phone insurance, travel insurances. At one point, they had a prior subscription. I don't think anyone's going to care about that, but I left it on there. Now, you flip over to its brother card, its twin card. Again, you can see it's largely the same thing, so I'm not really going to go through this. But the thing worth noting here is that the same benefit applies. So, hey, there's a $300 travel credit and the 10,000 bonus miles. Again, that brings you up to $400. Fairly easily, so I think you can value those at full value, bringing you $5 ahead And so folks like these because you end up $5 ahead and you still get your Capital One access, your Priority Pass access in the insurances. So this is one of the better, if not the best flagship card around. So there you have it. Not too bad. Again, you guys are very familiar. The Venture X, I think, has won the Credit Card Madness tournament on RJ Financial a few years running now. So again, we don't need to belabor the point. As far as which offer you should go for, well, I mean, if you haven't had the personal, I think that's the one to go for. However, the business one isn't too bad. I really don't know that you're going to be spending that much money. I mean, as a person watching this show, you could, but it's going to be tough. I do think with 6 months, given that we're at the end of the year, so income tax time is coming up, property tax time will coming up in places where you pay twice a year. Here we pay twice a year. We pay in wintertime and summertime. Plus the traditional spend. I mean, it seems like a lot of money, but given the 6-month runway and the things that we have coming up as a country that we have to pay for, I think 10,000 is definitely doable. I mean, unfortunately, 10,000 would be definitely doable for me. As far as I look back on the business one, 30K would probably be, I could probably stretch to the 30K within 6 months. Not being a fan of how I do it between the taxes and the insurances and all that, but I could get close. So I would they're the same card, really. So you know how to make decision. Have you had one? Have you had the other? Can you hit the spend here? Can it spend there? Along those lines, we've covered some bank promotions that I believe will help. Our U.S. Bank business checking and business savings can both be funded with a credit card, $3,000 each. That could help if you want to do some of those. So there are ways, as you know, to look around. Those are the two that come to mind with the most amount of spend. But there are ways. So I do think the business one, at least the first tranche, is doable. So there you have it. So let's do the summary slide here to bring us home. Capital One is the target, as we said. The Venture X or the Venture X business is what you want. I guess you could try for both, really, if you're just deep pockets. Payout. Again, the personal is going to be 100,000 miles. The business technically is 400,000 miles. For most people, I would say it's probably 200,000 miles, though, but just be aware of it for completeness' sake. Location, of course, it is nationwide. You don't have to go wherever that lady in the first one went to. Personal, again, spend 10,000 within the first 6 months of opening. The business, as we said, it's a 2-tier one, so 200 miles for spending 30K in the first 3 months, and then an additional 200K miles once you spend 150K in the first 6 months. So there you go. Both of these cards have the same annual fee of $395, and it is a credit card, so you do need to keep it open for 1 year. And just like that, you've got a lot more miles to plan next year's travel around. But of course, if this one is not for you, you've already done them, you just don't want to spend that much money, which is totally fair, then check out profitablecontent.com. which is, of course, the channel's blog. It's always linked down below for you, as well as on the channel homepage. We post the latest news stories. We have plenty more bank promotions, and we have plenty more credit card offers as well, if you don't like these, if you've already done those. But, of course, everything you need down below, so we do appreciate you checking out those links. If you like this one, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channel. So we're posting content just like this every single week on how to make the bank some money, become your money, of course, every single day over on profitablecontent.com. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.